Quick question. What if I told you a 7% interest loan can in some cases beat a 10% investment? It sounds impossible, right? But I actually ran the numbers and the results genuinely surprised me. In this video, I am breaking down the hidden math that even many experienced investors tend to overlook. Stay with me until the end because I'm not just sharing my analysis, I'm giving you the exact calculator I built so you can plug in your own numbers for free. This is Do I Know? And let's look at the numbers so you can make an informed decision for yourself. Most people look at this like a simple math quiz. Compare the loan interest rate to the investment return. If the interest rate is higher, you invest. But here is the reality. Comparing a loan to an investment gain is not apples to apple. A loan is a guaranteed cost on a large principal from day one. An investment is a variable projection. The market doesn't promise gains every year. The real challenge is figuring out which option builds more net worth over the full life of the loan. And you are able to see that's a lot harder than just comparing two percentages. When you have extra cash left over at the end of the month after expenses and your EMI, you are usually facing one of the three scenarios. Number one, if your loan interest is above 10%, like many credit cards or personal loans, in most cases the debate ends here. Mathematically, putting an extra cash toward an high interest loan is a strong move. It's a guaranteed tax-free saving that's very difficult to beat through investing. Number two, on the other extreme, if you locked in a mortgage or a student loan at under 4%, the math changes. Historically, paying these off early hasn't made much sense for many people. If inflation is higher than your interest rate, the real value of your debt is actually shrinking. In these cases, many choose to keep the loan and prioritize the extra cash toward a potential long-term growth instead. Number three, and then there is a scenario that probably brought you to this video, the gray zone. When your interest rate sits somewhere between 5% and 10%, there is no easy yes or no. It depends on your loan tenure, your tax situation, and any bank penalties. This is exactly where most people get stuck. So let's dive into the math that changes everything. When I could not decide for my own situation, I built a spreadsheet to make it black and white. Let me show you. Let's take an example, a 100,000 loan at 7% interest for 25 years. Normally your EMI would be 706. Over 25 years, you would end up paying over 112,000 in interest alone. Now imagine you have an extra 300 a month. You have two choices. Put it toward the loan or invest it. For this comparison, we will assume a hypothetical 10% net return for the investment. By net, I mean the return after accounting for capital gain taxes. And remember, loan savings are certain, but market gains are never guaranteed. Now watch what happens. When we add that 300 as an extra payment toward the loan, you finish the loan in 149 months, about 12 and a half years instead of 25. In this example, you save 62,119 in interest. On the flip side, if you had invested that same 300 for those 149 months at a 10% return, your total benefit would be 43,270. So in this scenario, repaying the loan comes out ahead with an 18,849 advantage. That's how a 7% loan beats a 10% investment on net worth. But this would be an incomplete story if you did not understand the exceptions. Some bank charges a fee for paying extra. If that penalty is higher than the interest you save, the math flips. Always read your contract. And number two, math is not everything. Imagine the feeling of having zero debt, better sleep, more confidence, and flexibility whenever you need to relocate or take career risks. For many people, that peace of mind is worth more than a few extra cash in a brokerage account. And number three, this is non-negotiable. Before investing or aggressively paying down a loan, you need 6 to 12 months of expenses in a safe place. Without this, one unexpected event can push you into a high interest loan, wiping out all your progress. Now we come to the Do Insider part of the video. This is where I share a practical twist many people overlook. If you're still torn, maybe you love investing, but debt still stresses you out, consider a hybrid approach. For example, a 40-60, a split between loan repayment and investing. It's a strategy many people use to balance psychological comfort with long-term wealth building. I don't want to take my word for it. I want you to see your own numbers. I have pinned a link in the comments to the exact spreadsheet I used in this video. It's completely free, no registration, no catches. Click it, enter your own loan details, and see which path wins for you. Try it out and let me know in the comments what you discovered. If this helped you see depth differently, hit like and subscribe. This really helps the channel to grow. I will see you in the next one.